Hey baby, where are we?
We're at Ulta. We're with our BareMinerals giveaway winners. We're about to go shopping. Please introduce yourselves for the beauty queens.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Libby. I use she, her pronouns.
Aww.
I'm Shelby. I use they, them pronouns.
Amazing.
Okay.
Just wanted to thank you guys so much for what you do. Not only just sharing all of your knowledge with us beauty queens in the making, but also just using the word lesbian in your title and branding.
Thank
That's
you.
really cool
It's
to
a
not
big
only use the word proudly, but then to just reclaim it.
That's something
really
that
awesome to experience.
we were in the beginning questioned about.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah. You want to hold?
Sure, yes. Sorry. You don't need to hold my bag.
Somebody said, oh, you should make it Alexis, which is my name.
Of course.
And I kind of looked at Christina and I was like, but this is so much more fun.
Yeah.
And I think you even wanted it to be my name because you thought it was
I
my
almost
expertise.
changed it. I almost changed it.
And then we talked about it, and really, Christina had the stroke of genius to capture the handle years prior.
Wow.
I had nothing to do with it.
We had a beauty brand that sold lipsticks.
Yes.
You know, lesbians that sell lipstick lesbians.
Yeah.
And this is a play on words, right? No idea it would turn into this, you know?
Yeah.
But then when we went viral with it, I was like, no, this is magic.
Yeah, very, very cool. There's just such a negative connotation to the word lesbian. I know so many lesbians just use the word queer or gay, but I personally love identifying as lesbian.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yes!
Yeah.
Let's go lesbians!
We talked about this earlier. Like, there are men in boardrooms that are very straight that have to say the word
Absolutely.
lesbian on the daily because of our channel.
In like corporate, like lead
corporate environment.
beauty. Yes.
Doing that.
Yes.
And that is just representation. It's just existing. And also, I think bringing more of the lesbian community to beauty.
Yes.
Who didn't feel at all invited to the party.
100%.
For whatever reason. That's the beauty, right? The duality of just the masculine and the feminine. But then what about not being, you know, in one feminine box or in one masculine box and living in a fluid spectrum? And that, I think, is something that we haven't talked about that much. But we have a huge queer community that follows us, which is obvious in a sense, but not maybe in general, but everyone can learn and grow and evolve. And I think everyone can be invited to play with the spectrum of how they want to represent themselves.
Many times when scrolling through your comments, I'll see, I don't wear makeup at all, but I watch every single video.
Yeah, it
and
happens
I
a lot.
think that's really
It does.
cool. I mean, you have people like me and Shelby both. I was excited about you guys as each other. So
We're going to enter the office.
Let's do a shopping spree.
Let's do a little shopping.
You guys are so lucky. So many people want to do this with us.
I feel insanely lucky. I thought it was a scam until
They're like, that's really cool. Are you sure? I thought you won.
well, how did they tell you? Guys, it's from the BareMinerals. Blue check and everything.
When I walk up to a gondola, usually my feelings are surrounding like what's calling to me, what's speaking to me. I come from the makeup counter. I started my career as a makeup artist. I'm a makeup artist before I'm anything, and I don't talk about that a lot, but that's where I really began. And that's where I would be at the counter and I would flip a box over and I'd be like, huh, this is made in the USA. And I would look for connections.
Oh, that's so cool that you
Back when I was 19, try to understand, well, why, if this is made in Italy, does it feel like this? Or if a new batch came in, I would assess why it was different. So my experience when I look at product, I think I was channeled. I don't know. I'd love to hear about you both and how you interact and how you think about the makeup when you walk up to the gondola. Let's start there.
BareMinerals.
Yeah.
It was one of the first systems of makeup that my mom introduced me on.
I like that you called it a system because it's exactly right.
it is.
It was. They pioneered that, like that. What like
100%.
Clinique did for 3-step, BareMinerals did for makeup.
Yes, exactly. So I think I was using this back in middle school.
Yeah.
Like my mom was teaching me how to add warmth to my
Yes.
face, but not too much. And
Yes.
you have to tap, rough, and swirl.
Yes.
And you have to do the whole process. I think what gets me really excited, specifically coming to the gondolas with BareMinerals, is that there are so many different formulas.
Okay.
As someone who is recently experiencing some aging skin for the first
Okay.
time, I'm finding that the foundations and powders I used when I was 22 don't work on my 28-year-old face.
You like the variety.
I
It's
do like the
okay.
variety. I love that BareMinerals is like introducing a lot of people to the world of powder.
Yes,
I think you hear
it's
so
so
many
valid.
times like over the age of 30 you can't wear powder, and it's like I'm almost there and I only want to wear powder.
Yeah.
BareMinerals is why I'm a powder bitch.
Permanently powder curious. Since you're powder curious.
Yes.
So you're right now reveling in the abundance.
There's a lot.
There is. It's touch, play.
Please.
I was like, we can't leave everyone hanging.
I love that it has the watery feeling,
Right?
but then does dry down to a more sticky finish.
Yeah.
That does make me kind of feel like a grip.
I call it like a gentle tack, but that tack is
Yes.
great for adhesion.
Yes.
You want
the makeup's
adhesion.
gonna stick there.
Totally.
Also,
Okay.
did put it on the pillow of my hand during the masterclass,
Good.
and
Nice.
I noticed a pretty significant difference between my
Exactly.
two hands of how much it did.
Yeah, and
I
if
was a
you
little surprised.
look at my two hands, I put skin longevity serum here and no skin longevity serum here. It's very
Yeah.
clear.
You're so plump.
You'll even see redness down.
That's like
produced.
a child's hand. Come
Yes,
on.
I know. This is something that no matter what you're using in your current routine, you can add this step.
Yes.
The serum step is before the moisturizer. Technically, you would moisturize and then you'd put sunscreen on. It's great for the season we're about to enter into.
Ooh, that feels luxurious.
Right. This should be richer.
Silky.
And the word drench in your mind, when you see drench in marketing language, you should immediately associate that with like a sensation on your skin that will feel deeply hydrated.
That's what I'm experiencing right now.
And no matter what you're doing makeup wise, if your skin is thirsty, it's going to suck up whatever product you put on it. Like you're in the Sahara and you haven't found water, it's going to take whatever it can get.
Yeah.
So you want your skin to be serumed, ready to go, and you could use the serum solo pre-makeup, but at night,
course.
I would definitely encourage you. Like again, we could do a butter drench for sure. I feel like we're gonna have to.
Perfect.
You got
All right.
You got one or two?
Wow.
I think definitely two of these, and
Shelby
let's
deserves
definitely
one.
do like a butter drench for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Definitely.
This feels very nice.
Very rich, very nourishing. So that your skin is ready to go.
Prepped and ready.
We're gonna ladder in, and I go in sequence because this is how my brain thinks. So the sequence I would walk into now, I would basically walk over here to this lovely area in terms of like concealing. Let's grab like the first 4 shades here.
Don't necessarily need a full coverage moment, but
Yeah,
a nice
okay.
medium coverage that
So you
is-
know what you're a woman who knows what she wants.
I'm a lady who knows what I want. Yeah.
She came ready. I want you in a pink.
Okay.
So we're
Perfect.
just
I'll
and
do it.
Ironically, even this tonality is both for both of you.
Perfect.
Is I'm like
that.
we're
Make it
going
easy.
with pillow hand, pillow hand. Why pillow hand? Because you're gonna watch what this formula does in terms of interactivity with the lines on your hand. And the more that you acquaint yourself with the texture, the more that you're gonna understand how to use that texture on your face. Sometimes it can feel a little bit intimidating to use a texture on your face because you're not quite sure what to expect. By giving yourself a little preview, you have an understanding, oh, this is rich. Oh, this has high pigment load. Okay,
nice.
I don't
Yeah.
need to apply a huge swatch of color like this across my eye.
Not the 2016 triangle. We
Not
don't need
the-
that.
No. We can do a 2024 reinvention moment.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
it. We can go like this and we can go like that.
This
and
is
then
so pretty.
you can connect the dots,
Yes.
quite literally, of your neutralizing. And I think you could definitely play with the pinky tones, but you could also play, if you wanted to, with the classic 1.0 fair. So we're gonna make sure y'all have both options.
Okay.
Fair neutral. This is something that you could use all over the face if you want to. It's stretchy, flexible. This is a liquid texture, so if you want to set this, you have options.
Yes.
Now we're gonna enter the lands of powder.
Let's do it. I could listen to you talk all day. I do.
As I think about like the world of powder, I think about a few things. I think about original loose, and I think about this from a neutralizing perspective. The best way I like to describe it is I feel like mineral loose has just like a delivery system of colorants. The bismuth in there, which is the mica, it's smooth, it delivers pigment, and it delivers coverage with titanium dioxide.
Yes.
Easy because of this magic brush.
The OG of that brush.
Right,
Like
and you
from
still
years
love.
ago.
Have you played with at all? I'm curious, like a complexion rescue with a powder moment on top.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I definitely used like the powder, but not
Okay.
much skin prep before when I was 13.
Okay.
You know.
I feel this is like a beauty aura reading moment. Starting with a complexion rescue. After we neutralize with our classic original liquid mineral concealer, we can go into the land of complexion rescue. In the land of complexion rescue, we have 2 finish options.
Yes, I see.
We have the black, which is the natural matte. So I want you to see what these look like. This tube, and we're all gonna play this game, so don't you worry.
Okay.
This is what you should do when you're at the gondola. Side-by-side swatching, this is matte. What you're looking for here is the nuance in the texture. And the reason that you wanna actually understand the nuance of the texture is because you actually wanna drive the decision with logic, not just guessing. We're relying on the marketing. So you could take both your fingers simultaneously and go like this. This is how you would evaluate in store.
It feels so different.
This is how you figure out what's going to work for you. It's like you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
You want to get to know them.
I love getting to know people like this.
This is the best way to get started.
What are you noticing about, let's say, the black tube, which is placed here, which is going to be the lighter tone?
Definitely thicker, a much
Right.
thicker texture.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, almost like a mousse,
Yes,
right?
it's giving like that
Giving mousse, right?
early 2000s mousse, but like elevated in 2024.
Exactly. My instinctual reaction from a skin type perspective is definitely to go more complexion rescue for sure.
Yeah.
For Shelby, my instinctual reaction more so for you would be like keep it simpler and keep it cleaner from what we've spoken about. Like go straight for a powder, like classic. You could totally rock a complexion rescue for sure. But it's more just like skin is really shining. Here, the product will shine a bit more with Complexion Rescue versus with the classic original loose, your skin is the star. So each of you have different vibes, personalities, fits, all of it. And we emulate that aesthetic that I'm seeing right now and even in talking to you with the matching vibe product. That's exactly how we want to start thinking about it because you want to feel comfortable and like yourself. We don't want to put a mask on you.
I really am liking the two different e.l.f. primers.
Okay.
I'm using their Power Grip primer.
Amazing.
Which I like combining that with the liquid poreless putty
Yes,
primer.
yes.
I feel like using them in different areas of my face where I
Totally.
feel like I need them the most.
Exactly. I love that. Your primer cocktailing.
Yes, exactly.
Who doesn't love a primer
Yes.
cocktail? Because I do.
I'm definitely looking for something that like makes me feel hydrated. I don't love like a matte primer. I don't like love a pore filling primer.
Right, yeah.
I feel like it kind of balls up on my skin.
A lot of what I want to emphasize in the primer conversation, let's take prime time, is the daily protecting primer. Sometimes we use too much volume of primer
Yes.
or product. I want you to see like even texture wise what you're noticing here. Remember, we're still getting to know everything.
This is primer.
This is primer.
Wow, the color I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. You're used to gripping textures, hugging formulas. Somebody maybe that's not wearing a lot of makeup though may feel like this is a lot of product, right?
It is
Yeah.
definitely there.
Again, going back to aura readings, going back to like the embodiment of the vibe check. Vibe check, no primer. Serum, original loose. Concealer. 3 things so far for your routine.
That's my system.
Yeah, that's your system. And then vibe check. Priming, I go for a hydrating primer with a gentle little like moment for the pore.
Okay.
She's missing here at the moment,
Yes.
but I wanted you to feel this and see.
Yeah.
But you could totally still rock your liquid poreless and concentrate that on the pores.
Yeah.
And use the hydrating primer on the peripheral of the face.
Okay.
This
Right?
dries really fast.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, I
The
know. I like
absorption's
the way
there.
this feels.
Yeah, and or you could do because your skin is beautiful and fair, and you may want to protect it. Since you have those primers, we may say go with an SPF. Both of you could definitely benefit from an SPF like all day, every day
Oh, definitely.
vibe.
Yeah.
But just for, and you can share. We decided we love a gel cream.
Yeah.
This is the shade Opal 0.1.
I have a cat named Opal.
Oh my God.
I have to buy it even if it doesn't matter.
Committed to making the purchases.
I'm committed to the bit.
Shaking this.
Okay.
Most complexion formulas are shake well. Basically, these are 90% of things that you're going to find in complexion, maybe more are emulsions. Think oil and vinegar sitting in your fridge, salad dressing. Shake it up, bring it together. The difference between the oil and vinegar, there's nothing to permanently hold it together. There's something in here that's going to hold her together. Call that like an emulsification system. It's technical, it's a lot. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a little gentle application right here. See how Opal looks on your skin. Look at that. How fresh does your skin look?
I bet it looks really fresh.
Soft, and then I'm gonna do just a touch here on your nose just to make sure.
You should like do this for a job or something.
Oh yeah? I want you to peek at your nose a little
Okay,
bit. There's
I
a mirror
will.
right here. And just look at your forehead and look at with 2 seconds the sheen that it left on your skin.
Wow, that looks really pretty.
It's just so
it's
simple.
like my skin.
Exactly.
It looks like real skin, like
Yeah.
with no flaws.
yeah, but it's like for me when I like to think about skin too, I like low coverage.
Yeah, I completely
And
agree.
that's the-
I like being able to build.
You want to see your coverage, and if you want to, we know we're grabbing Opal, your cat.
Oh, can't wait to tell her. She'll love it.
Absolutely a shareable item as well.
Yes.
But we already talked about oracally the vibe check of the powder. Loose. I'm doing 2 people at the same time here. This is fun.
Yeah,
it's
good.
a challenge. How do you feel about this type of a brush? And like the reality of opening a jar, popping loose powder into a cap and sifting it? Let's start there.
It would be something new for me.
Okay.
Also not new because I did do my makeup for a long
Yeah.
time, that I feel like I understand how they work and I understand the steps. For me,
I want you to feel the live action. This would be what you would be working with.
yeah,
A
Shelby,
jar. But how would you feel about doing this on your face?
this doesn't feel difficult at all. Like it would be an easy thing to start in my routine.
Because the options are there. This is Veil, by the way. This is super light. Veil is a beautiful finisher. Veil goes on top of your fabulousness that we just crafted with a little bit of that complexion rescue, but blurring, smoothing. When people talk about blurring, you felt the smoothness of your hand.
And you can
Now
do
you
it.
imagine that. Touch it with your finger. You can also touch it.
Okay,
I'm giving you permission and consent to touch your partner.
Thank you.
This type of a silky texture is the type of texture you want to emulate on your face. That silk translates to softening of the pore and that filter effect we talk about, but a healthy filter. This could be beneficial on its own on top of serum because it's super light.
That was
Now-
going to be my question. So like serum, and then that could be
Could
just
be.
a daily.
Yeah, now let's give you classic. This is matte. This is #1 classic. I'm going to Shade Family. We're working the gondola,
I
David.
love it. I'm shopping it.
David, you're so beautiful.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Classic original. Touch in. Use your other hand. Now the difference. What are you noticing immediately?
More coverage.
Bingo.
It like distributes more, maybe.
Yes. Good. Opacity. That's what
Am
we
I
would call
right?
it. You're right.
Pop
Isn't it
quiz.
fun? It's giving more coverage, more opacity. Now feel this with your hand. And feel the other side. Do you have a preference?
I think this, yeah.
It feels silkier, feels softer. This will neutralize redness.
Okay.
This would, in theory, not. This would give you more of just like that filterized effect. But again, the complete essence of a celebration of skin lives here. Mineral Veil. Could optionally have a loose powder in your arsenal that adds coverage. So this could be there for both of you on days that you're feeling sassy and you want to bump up the
It's
color.
like a date night out.
Date
Like
night.
work.
Bingo bango.
You guys are
Yeah.
getting the real seminar.
This is insane. Is it too much? No. Ivory 2, Date Night. Blue is original. And this is also Date Night, extra coverage boosted.
Yes.
Fair 01 original.
Okay.
Just
Put it in
adding-
the bag.
I'm quizzing both of you. Give me your auric routine, your Alexis Beauty or BareMinerals routine.
I love a serum because
love
of
a
my
serum.
dry skin.
Yes.
It moisturizes.
Daytime.
Also, the moisturizer.
At night,
Serum.
drench.
Fancy it up date night, loose powder, and veil. Or, not as fancy, serum moisturizer, veil.
Yay!
That's my wife.
Perfect. Okay.
Awesome, Shelby.
That's amazing.
job.
And it's all like easy, feels good. You're still gonna look like you, and you're still gonna get to celebrate all spectrums of expression through these tools.
That's so sweet. For my auric beauty system.
Yes.
Night before, we're gonna quench.
We're gonna butter
We're
quench,
gonna
baby.
drench our face
Yes.
with that. Next morning, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wash my face, get all clean and ready. After that, I'm gonna put on my moisturizer, my serum from BareMinerals.
Yes.
After that sets a little bit, I'm also gonna put a primer on there.
Yes.
I gotta lock in all this beautiful makeup that we're buying today. Complexion rescue for a nice little all-over moment.
And you love the
then
natural sheen and glow.
Love the sheen, love the glow. It's on my forehead and my nose.
Yes.
We also are going to do the powder foundation because
As an
love it. Love it for additional coverage. Love it even just by itself.
And then veil on
And
top.
then veil.
Blur.
Filter.
Beautiful. Good job. Okay, y'all.
We've completed 2 bays, okay?
Wow.
Now, in theory, for on the go, for future, for vintage, like it's a really useful thing to have a classic press. So,
Oh, okay.
classic
love
press,
that. I
touch
love
up.
pressed powder.
Original veil.
Yes.
What does veil do? Veil blurs.
She goes in the purse.
Yes, she
On the
goes in
go.
the purse, on the go.
But we'll buy her before we put her in the purse.
We get into what I call color accessories. We've covered our bases on the gondola with all of this. Color accessory bay, really where I arguably have more fun because it's just a little more.
You're a color girl.
Libby thrives.
This is.
I love blush.
What is speaking to you color-wise?
I think they could strike a rose
Okay,
on
okay.
me. That's what I have on my cheeks right now. Very pretty. Ooh,
What are you noticing?
this one feels very buttery. I mean, this one's very soft too, but
Totally
this feels like
different.
more moist. Sorry to
Totally.
use that word on camera. But
So think about this now, texture-wise, the sensoriality translating on your skin, the effect translating on your skin. One is going to be matte, without shimmer, 0 dimension. This is going to offer way more dimension. I feel like you're both dimensional in your personalities, and I want that dimension to translate on your skin.
I have enough matte blushes.
Correct. This is also something that will bring out tones in the green of your eyes if you wanted to play. It's like an invitation to go in and play. I don't even know that you want blush, but we can talk about that in 1 second. But for sure, dimensional color for you, my queen.
Yes.
I love this tone.
Absolutely.
This has to happen.
Perfect.
Now we've dressed up your cheeks, and you can even use this and blend it out on your eyes.
Oh, 100%.
Christina, how's your arm?
Good. Keep going.
Are you gonna make this a YouTube?
Maybe we should.
Watch them also.
I wasn't gonna do this halfway.
No, you don't half-ass anything. Go.
Talk to me, Shelby.
Okay.
How do you feel about color kissing your cheeks?
So like for me and wearing makeup, I feel like it's more about like my personal like experience of putting it on, like what that feels
That's
like.
really important. That's the sensations you experience.
Because back when I would wear makeup more often, it was always like a stressful event. It was always like you need to put makeup on so like boys like you. It was like the rhetoric that so it was like really stressful.
Yeah.
And so I appreciated not wearing it, but I was nervous with the tinted moisturizer. Would I need to go through like a whole blush and bronzer routine? They were telling me no, that I wouldn't need that. Because I feel like when we get into these extras, when we like dip over into like a bit of dysphoria feeling.
Valid.
But at the same time,
Sometimes you may want to play.
sometimes I like to play. Like when we go see Chapel Rowan, Libby puts a little like highlight, little bling.
This is where I was going to
on.
go. I was going to speak to less color, more highlighter, which is more here. Opal Glow, also named after you. So I just want to do that for you, but yeah, there you go. So try that. And again, you can both share this.
Oh, that's pretty, Shelby.
And it's warm too.
That is so pretty.
This could dance and ease your way into a dimensional cheek without committing to color.
Yeah, and I feel like this would look pretty on the eyes as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would.
So there.
Simple. You don't have to go full tinted moisturizer, then powder, but you have options, but you don't have to. Entering the land of lip. Lip harmonizes the cheek. We would want to do either a juicy hydration, visibly healthier lip balm. We have a classic clear. Also, this is just
I wasn't expecting that at all.
it's like a balmy, blissful, like butter.
Okay,
It's
Black
a butter
Honey.
in a bullet.
Pretty.
More depth than black honey.
Yeah,
More
absolutely.
cocoa, less like maroon. Classic clear.
This is beautiful.
This is about hydration, moisture, comfort. But again, if color is speaking to you,
I was gonna say, I feel like
That
I'm
does
maybe
feel
bringing
nice.
a little light. Ooh! Light to them, a little dot.
okay,
compared
a
to
speck.
Get a little more contrast.
A speck.
To the skin.
Oh. This will be life. And also really beautiful with your skin tones and harmony.
I'm even in.
Optional gloss. I feel like I already know Shelby's answer to gloss is going to be no. Is that valid?
And that's, yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Really pretty on its own too.
Yes, and would look good over so many different colors, and it would change it
Yeah,
so much.
right.
Yes. And then we're going to have to go with a little lip liner moment.
Wow,
This is gonna
that's
work.
a great color. Oh,
it's like
that's
a-
very pretty. I love a cool tone lip liner. Perfect.
She's like, this aura is happening.
Yeah.
How'd
I
you
know.
know, Alexis?
We're aurically healing beauty.
And that's the shopping spree.
That's a shopping spree. So much smarter than before.
That's the haul, y'all.